Hey, it's Luna and I'm back with another video where I go on another senseless tangent about a character whether I love them or hate them. This time it's a little special. I want to celebrate the fact that I finally completed my Grail project. For those of you who know me, you know I've been trying to plus in Arvis, so I wanted to make a video because it's finally happened. Hell, maybe I'll put in a special killing montage. We'll see how I'm feeling. There will be spoilers ahead, so feel free to skip to the time on screen. Now that that's out the way, let's get into it. Depending on how you look at Arvis, he may come across as a good guy. Some may say he did nothing wrong. Arvis is the son of Huion and Victor. His father had an affair with a maid, and his mother had an affair with Prince Kurth. The affair from his father's side was the result of his half-brother Azel, while the affair from his mother's side was the result of his half-sister Deirdre. Because of his wife, Victor took his own life, leaving Arvis to be the new Duke of Velthormer. Then happens the events of genealogy. Arvis is a bit of a special case. He appears in both Gen 1 and Gen 2. You first see him in the prologue where he gives Sigurd the best sword for the next few chapters, the Silver Sword. When he finds out Azel is fighting with Sigurd, he entrusts his brother's safety to him. So, first impressions seem alright. When all the corruption around Grandvale starts to spread, Arvis desires a world based on his own ideas, a world built on eternal peace, a world where people won't suffer. His ideals were what led him to meet the Dark Bishop, who agreed to help him in exchange for the safety of the Lopto sect. Arvis acted on it when Duke Lombard and Duke Repta were blamed for the murder of Prince Kurth. Well, this whole thing led to the lords fighting each other, and once they were weak enough, Arvis would kill them, claiming the lands of Jugdrol as he did. One day, Arvis found a lady unconscious just outside Belhalla. He brought her to the castle and fell in love with her because, you see, she reminded Arvis of his mother, so either he has some real bad mummy issues or one hell of an Oedipus complex. Well, they got married. Soon there were rumours that Sigurd's wife had disappeared, and Arvis began to get suspicious that the woman he married might be her. So, he carefully watched Sigurd's movements. He would soon be given the role of emperor till his own son was old enough to succeed him. When Arvis heard about Sigurd's army approaching, he hatched a plan to cause the army's demise. His plan was specially devised, with the result being Sigurd's army having been led to Belhalla. Arvis claimed to be holding a special ceremony to greet Sigurd along with a bit of a celebration to commemorate their victorious return. The entire thing, however, was just a disguise. It was a way to disguise his true motives, to be what is known as the Battle of Belhalla. Arvis brings out his wife, Deirdre. It's his way of finding out whether Deirdre was originally Sigurd's wife, and indeed she was. He recognizes him instantly, but when it's been confirmed, Deirdre is taken back to the castle. After having seen his wife for the last time ever, a meteor shower is sent down upon Sigurd and his army, and then Sigurd is then finished off with Arvis's personal tome, Valflame. After this, Arvis went out to investigate Deirdre's past and found out that, yes, she is in fact his half-sister. But no, he's not going to tell her because he doesn't want to break her heart. After killing her husband, the worst thing he can do is not tell her they're related. After having Julia and Julius, things then began to go downhill. Julius was given the Dark Tome Loptus, and that started a whole chain of things. He became a completely different person, a lot more twisted. And as he was appointed as Arvis' successor, the power kinda got to his head. Everything Arvis had worked towards was completely destroyed by Julius. The child hunts were held, Deirdre was slain, but luckily Julia was sent somewhere safe. It wasn't until after all of this that Arvis realizes that Manfroy tricked him. The best Arvis could do to fix this mess was to try to reduce the damage of the child hunts. When he hears the Liberation Army approaching, he sends out a bishop with some children and Tirfing, hoping Seliph will get the blade and save the kids. Seliph is finally able to get the blade, and it's there where he goes into battle against Arvis. After 17 long years, he wins the battle, and finally, avenges his father's death. Now in Heroes, Arvis has a really good stat line considering he's a Gen 1 Grand Hero Battle unit. I'll put his main build on screen. He is my first +10 and I'm kinda surprised I killed my only Brave Celica for him. It was so worth it though. I also killed my Makoto for him, though that's not really on my main build. She was minus attack and I have Loki and Ethelyn, so it doesn't matter. I built Arvis mainly on an impulse. I had 4 copies and when Grails were released, just went screw it and started merging him up. I would normally run Heavy Blade on him, but since that's on Inez, Flashing Blade works. His weapon has built-in ploy and his stat line is really good. It's perfect for ploys and he's decently fast. I run him alongside Gunthrower, who is even speed wave, and Summer Inez, who is rally attack speed plus. Combine that with a ploy and he has around 44 speed with buffs. He's almost always going to double unless it's someone like Carla or Nino because intelligence systems said no. Of course there's no summoning hell with this one, but I have gone through a lot of E3 hell just trying to get the grails. Just all the matches with Surta and Duma and Air. Of course, sometimes I can get past it with Deirdre, Micaiah and Legendary Lucina. I've managed to get to tier 20 so far and it's absolutely disgusting. I miss all the creative maps and theme teams. You don't get that anymore. I really do hope they fix the mode or just delete it, give me another way to get grails because I have to get them for Rutger when he gets added to the grail pool. I don't really like having to use cheap tricks in order to make any progress. I want to have fun with this mode, but I can't do that apparently. Okay, rant over. But I will always hate this mode for as long as it exists. Now, enjoy a bit of Arvis in Arena.
Just so. What's your gambit?
Goodness. Hi.
Of course.
Of course. Okay.
Get ready to swim. Out with it. What's your gambit? Just so. Out with it. Ha! Ha! Ha!
What can I do? Okay. Do my best.
Of course.
Okay.
Out with it. For a better world. A king's duty.
Hi. Of course.
What's your gambit?
Okay.
Just so.
Do my best. Goodness.
Out with it.
Okay. Hi. Do my best. What can I do?
Of course. Ha! Just so. Die. Huh. Of course. Hellfire upon you!
What can I do?
A king's duty.
Hi! Do my best.
To me, you're nothing. Out with it. Just so. What's your gambit? Huh. Opposing me is treason.
So ends my tangent about my first plus 10. I would say these are getting a lot easier to make, but I had to deal with art block, and then I just had some issues with audio because for some reason half of it disappeared. Maybe it's not getting that much easier, maybe I just like to jinx myself. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.